Okay, so this video we're going to be solving this number of seconds problem, and it says prompt the user for a number of hours, minutes, and seconds, and calculate the total number of seconds. For example, number of hours is 2, 36 minutes, 42 seconds. 2 hours, 36 minutes, 42 seconds is 9,402 seconds. Okay, well, there's a couple of things. First of all, if you don't know how to solve this, then you will not be able to write a program that knows how to solve it. So the first thing you need to do is to get out a piece of paper and make sure you can get this answer, right? So, you know, obviously every minute has 60 seconds and every hour has 60 minutes. So you should be able to multiply this out, 3,600, well, 60 times 60 times 2, and then 60 times 36, and then 42 seconds. And so if we, you know, it's important to realize that if you don't know how to solve this problem, you're not going to be able to write a program that does it. Okay, so assuming you know how to solve the problem, let's get to work here. Okay, all right. So starting with nothing, you get all the boilerplate stuff in here. And it doesn't hurt to run that, even though it won't match. Just make sure you haven't mistyped anything. Okay, so of course it doesn't match, right? Well, we see that what we need is the phrase, please enter the hours, and please enter the minutes, and please enter the seconds. So we already know how to do that. So let me just pop that up, because you don't want to spend a lot of time watching me type something that is already something you know how to do from the previous material. So what have I done? Well, I've created 3 variables, h, m, and s, and then I have number of hours, number of minutes, number of seconds. Each one of them I'm reading it in and displaying it back out on the screen. So let's just run that and see what happens. Okay, so if we look at the first one, for example, we got 1 hour, 1 minute, 1 second, and that should end up equaling 3661 seconds, right? Of course, we don't have this line out there yet, so we can do that with something like this. COUT, we're going to say H, and then the word hours, and then minutes, and then the word minutes. Now, as this starts to get kind of long, you might want to put this on multiple lines. Well, actually, we're going to say minutes and here. Minutes and such and so seconds is, and then we can just let it go at that. Let's put an end line. Well, here, let's not. Let's put an end line on the next line. And let's just see about that much of it. Okay, so here's here's what it's doing, and here's what we want it to do. So you notice right off the bat that it says 1 hours without a space. So here's where the 1 is coming from for the number of hours. So we'll put a space there. Then we have, let's see, comma and then 1. So there's no space in there, so that's okay. But there needs to be a space before minutes. So we do that, and also before seconds. So let's do that. Now let's run that. Of course, we're still not finished, but we want to get it closer and closer each time. 1 hours, comma, 1 minutes, and, okay, we're, oh, and here we go, we need a space there. Okay, 1 hours, comma, 1 minutes, and 1 seconds is, and then now all we have to do is actually calculate the answer. So let's do that. Let's, we gave ourselves a variable up here called total, And now you can do this different ways, obviously, and this is just an example. But the reason I did it this way with the 60 times 60 is that it makes it a little bit obvious, right? Okay, so we have the seconds. We're going to add minutes times 60 seconds, and hours is 60 minutes times 60 seconds. Of course, you could put 3,600 here if you wanted to. And then we'll just say, let's see, what's it want us to say? We already have the word is, so now we just need total and the word seconds. And we already have the end L in there, so that should be all right. So let's see. Okay, so, oh, I've mistyped something, so let's look to see what it is. What are we doing here? Line 17. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. What I wanted to do was see out total and seconds. So, there we go. We got to fix that up. And let's see. We got 1 hour, 1 minute, and 1 seconds is okay. And we're missing that space before the word seconds. So let's run it again. And let's see what's happened here. Oh, and we need a period. So let's put a period here. We still seem to be... Oh, we need a space right there. There we go. There we go, and suddenly all of them pass. Now we can take a look at some of the other ones if we wanted to, just to see what they look like. But if you're doing it properly, once you get the first one to work, the other one should automatically work as well. So the thing that I wanted to demonstrate with this, besides, you know, some of the kind of more obvious things, etc., is that you will need to take an iterative approach to solving these problems. You do always start with the stuff you already know how to do. You know, you want to put out a prompt and get the value and display the value. You get all that out of the way. Then get out of the way the last line or whatever it is, any output statements that you can get out of the way. Get those out of the way and then start working on the details that you don't necessarily know right off the top. And just keep moving forward each time. And if you make a mistake, as I did back here, where I forgot to put the C out in here, right? And let's actually just revisit that for a second. We'll get a, right, you get this no such file or directory, you go like, what the heck? If you see something in red that says error, that's probably a good indication there's something wrong. Now, sometimes these error messages are hard to understand. So if I were you, I would just go for the line number that it's indicating and just look at it. You go like, wait, can I do this? No, I really can't do that. I can only use, as far as you know at this point, this operator, I can only use it on cout. So I couldn't just have this happening, right? So, so I had to put the cout there, and then when I reran it, there it goes, and they all passed. Make sure you submit, because if you don't submit, you can't get on to the next one. And hopefully you're enjoying this and moving forward.